Soldier Field in Chicago. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. To throw is Fields. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 108 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just...
Touchdown! That's caught. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. To return is Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Second and 2. Drops it to Jones in the flat.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Back to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be first and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears now ready to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Off play action, Fields. That is caught, Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Lucas. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Byrd. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Running left, Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A give. This is Montgomery. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And here's Taylor on the return. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Fields now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw now on the final play. Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there as time expires in the first half, and the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So we are at halftime here and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 27. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw. Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Taylor now to return it.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Going for the deep ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Running for it, Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And he he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. An incredible play there on fourth down in their own territory. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taylor now from the end zone. And